Hi, I'm Tim Fisher. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist with Dartmouth-Hitchcock in Keene, New Hampshire. And I've been asked to share a story with you that I wrote, I think as a fourth-year student. In our second year, Dr. Joe O'Donnell had convened a group whose purpose was to read literature related to the practice of medicine. And in response to a Raymond Carver story called A Small Good Thing, he asked us to write about a small good thing that we had experienced during our first 4 years. So the following story, to take you back, took place during my second year internal medicine clerkship at Dartmouth on the wards at DHMC, and I'll jump right in. So my white coat still had the wrinkles in it, and hadn't yet developed the indelible ring around the collar grunge that it has today. I was a second year medical student, an imposter of the worst sort, sent out to prey on an unsuspecting inpatient to perform one of my first H&Ps as a third-year clerk. With clammy sweat on my brow and palms, I introduced myself in my very best "I'm a doctor, can't you tell" voice, and began my interrogation of the 93-year-old man from the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. It seemed he had all the time in the world on his hands, while I had a precious, frantic hour in which to gather a history of present illness, to inquire about hematochezia and tinnitus, to probe and prod, percuss, and auscultate. "So tell me about your family," I said, doing my best to act as if I, too, had all the time in the world. So he started in, and the beads of sweat started to drip down my temples as I realized he wasn't meeting my agenda. I looked up from my cheat sheet to see him looking straight at me with what could only be described as a glimmer in his eye. It was a startlingly beautiful winter day, frigid and cobalt blue outside. A little part of me conceded, so I just sat back to listen. He said, "I had 4 brothers and I was the youngest." Long pause. "Oh, the trouble we used to get into." Another long pause. Chuckle. "My mother used to bake pies for the Saturday night potluck dinner at church. When they came out of the oven, she'd put them out on the porch to cool. Each one had a little hole in the top, and my brothers and I would take turns peeing right in that little hole. You should have seen the faces of the people at those church suppers. Oh, how they complimented my mother on them pies." Tears rolled down my face, and I almost wet my pants from laughing. We both looked out the window for a long time, and he turned to me and said, "You know, I feel the same inside as I did back then. This body is just failing me." Thanks.